2019 Golden Globe nominations. They came out yesterday. Luckily, we have Charley Walters here to give us the inside scoop direct from Hollywood. So what's the difference between, Charley, this award show and the Oscars that we were just talking about?
Yeah, so the Golden Globes span a much greater part of the industry. They give awards for film and TV and music as well. So you get a wide gamut of celebrities that show up for the show.
How do they combine movie and TV together for this one?
This award show is put on by an organization called the Hollywood Foreign Press, which is a group of journalists, foreign journalists, 94 of them actually from across the world. It's kind of what sets off the award season every year. It's on January 5th, so right after the new year, and sets the benchmark for who's maybe going to be nominated for the Oscars.
Especially since I feel like TV is now at the level of a film. Many shows. If you look at Big Little Lies, that looks like a feature film when you watch it, right?
And that's why everyone's talking about so many snubs this year, because there's so many eligible shows, especially with the streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon. There's no way they could possibly honor all the great ones.
This is literally the perfect time to have Charley in here because there's so many questions. Let's talk about a movie like Mary Poppins, which returns, which is huge.
Yeah.
It's already nominated. It hasn't even been released yet.
Right. Yeah. A lot of people get confused by that. In Hollywood, it's all about the eligibility period for these, and the eligibility period is the calendar year from January 1st all the way through December 31st. So by the time the Oscars come around in February, we've mostly all seen the films. But for these ones, the people that are actually nominating them see them in advance. It's also why a lot of these award films come out at the very end of the year, because they want them to be fresh in their mind.
Yeah. Do you know, you guys,
Yes.
I've never seen the original Mary Poppins.
What?
Isn't that
okay,
so
you need to
crazy?
walk off
People
the
on
stage
camera
now.
are like, what?
I'm not
I
okay with
know.
that.
I've
I'm not
never
okay with
seen
that.
it. I think I should watch it, and then I should watch the Emily Blunt
Well, that's
version.
part of doing these remakes and these revitalizations, is that people are interested in the franchise based on the new ones. So yeah, you'll go back and watch it. I promise.
All right, so let's go through some of these best films, Charley. Let's break them all down. Me and Carly absolutely love Star is Born. It's gotta win.
Yay! Well, yes, I sure hope so. I'm a huge fan of Gaga. What I did want to say about this category, though, it's so diverse because 4 of these Best Picture nominees are stories about people of color. This is really exciting that this is the first time this has happened.
And I'm really curious to see how they treat Black Panther, because it was rumored, I think they are doing, a popularity vote is one of the categories too, which a lot of people are saying this is almost for Black Panther.
Right.
Do you co-sign that belief?
I do. I think because the nominations are more diverse than really any award show ever overall, which was kind of revealed this morning, I do think that they're doing that on purpose. Yes.
I thought it was really interesting, too, that A Star is Born wasn't in the musical category. It had a better shot of winning the drama category,
That's exactly what it is. It's always a little controversial. It's kind of nice that they have the 2 different categories, but yeah, it's up to the studio to decide which one they're going to submit, and in this case, they thought they'd have a better chance.
Perfect. Let's talk Best Actress right here, another big category.
This is going to be a really tough category. I love Constance Wu. Did you guys see
I just watched that yesterday.
Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to see it yet.
It's really good.
It's funny from start to finish. It's really good and really heartwarming too. It's got a great. Everyone's really good in it.
So you know what's really cool is the crossover appeal, the mainstream appeal, because sometimes you see movies, if it's an all-black cast, people go, well, it's just for black people. Or if it's an all-female cast, that's just empowering women. It's for women. You see this movie, you think it's just for Asian people, but that's not correct.
No, but it does give you some interesting insight into that culture, especially not here as Asian Americans, but over in Asia. Stuff I didn't even know about.
The relationship with their parents and everything.
Let's bring it home with Best Actor. Take a look at this list right here.
First of all, let's give a Chicago shout out for John C. Reilly, Chicago native with the Golden Globe nominee. That's awesome. I have seen Mary Poppins. Lin-Manuel is absolutely fantastic.
I don't know a more talented guy in the universe.
Yeah, exactly. You know, he's really close to winning what's called a PEGOT, P-E-G-O-T, which is Pulitzer, and then Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. If he wins the Oscar, he'll have all of them because he won a Pulitzer for Hamilton.
I mean, what do you do after that? You just are like,
nothing.
okay.
You just,
you literally don't do anything, and nobody can tell you anything after that as well. All right, stick around. The fun is just getting started with the C's here, Charley and Carly.
Carly.
The rhyming C's.
Charley Walters here, our Hollywood insider, expert on PR most especially, but all things Golden Globes is what we're going to be talking about right now. Let's dive into those. The nominations are out, Charley. And there's some must-watches that we want you to tell us about because we see some of it. You know all of it, so share with us. What are some we got to see?
For must-watch, I'm going to put a movie called Vice, which most of you have not seen yet because it doesn't come out until Christmas Day. But it's the Dick Cheney biopic with Christian Bale as Dick Cheney, and then Amy Adams plays his wife.
That's Christian Bale up on the screen right there?
They're barely recognizable in this role, but they are so powerful and so good.
Really cool. How about Dark Horses? Those movies that could upset everybody in a good way.
I don't know if I call it a dark horse, but the most surprising nomination for me was Sacha Baron Cohen, who you remember as Borat. He's in this movie called Who is America? This was just not on anybody's radar. If anything, it's the best PR thing is to be that guy that no one thought was going to get nominated that got a nomination because everybody's talking about him as well.
Now, he might, even if he doesn't win, he might find a way to infuse himself.
First of all, he's not going to win, but he will do something crazy. Yeah, absolutely.
Snubs.
Everyone likes to talk about snubs. There's more snubs now than
Yeah.
ever because we have all these great streaming platforms, Netflix and Amazon, and so there's so many projects to choose from. There's no way they can get them all in. I'm going to choose two that people aren't really talking about. One of them is Forever with Maya Rudolph. I'm a huge fan of Maya.
Yes!
Do you watch the show?
I watched the
show
first two episodes of that show.
Yeah, I love her from SNL, loved her from Bridesmaids, but this to me is her best performance ever. She stars alongside Fred Armisen, and she is so hilarious in this role.
But something about her aura, her mind, and her comedy
She's so
makes her
funny.
wildly attractive to me.
Presence.
I still love her from when she used to do Whitney Houston too. And
yes.
Oprah. Another snub that not a lot of people are talking about is Haunting on Hill House. Did you guid see the show?
Wait, that didn't get nominated?
No, it didn't get nominated. It's Netflix, and so I just think, again, it wasn't really on their radar. Every single thing about this miniseries is genius. The writing is perfect, the cinematography, the stuff that you see in the background. If you go back and watch it, there are ghosts in all these different shots that you don't learn about until later at the end.
Wow.
It's very scary. You know, they say Netflix and chill. This is more like Netflix and jump out of your seat, which is what I was doing during it. But I would recommend this to anybody. It's one of those shows that you'll sit down and you'll binge watch it in 2 days. And finally, I just want to give a shout out in light of the Kevin Hart thing. There were two really great LGBT nominees this year for the Golden Globes. The Troye Sivan, who is in the Boy Next video for Ariana Grande. He's a big gay Jewish YouTuber actually, and he got nominated for the song for Boy Erased.
Yes.
And also Billy Porter from Pose. So this is the first time that an actor is nominated for a show that is mostly about trans people, and that's really exciting. It shows what stories people are interested in nowadays, and I think it's good that we are including such a diverse gamut of stories.
And you know, me and Jordan, we're obsessed with A Star is Born, and we know you met Lady Gaga.
Oh yeah.
Picture or it didn't happen.
Oh, there it is.
And we got a picture, everybody.
You guys look like best friends.
I mean, we kind of are at this point. You know, we met a few times, so you know, we're pretty much getting married. But
Charlie, are you flexing in that picture? Because that
I'm flexing.
bicep is
and her glitter on your muscle.
She's so amazing, though. I just idolize her in every way. She's such a great person all around, and you know, a lot of people are saying like she doesn't deserve this nomination. I'm like, she totally deserves this because she's so herself and so genuine, and just made herself so vulnerable. A totally different side of Gaga than we've seen before. Totally stripped down, and I hope she wins. I really do.
Friend of the show, you guys know who he is, Charley Walters, and he has some Chicago roots.
I do have some Chicago roots. Northwestern, go Cats.
That's right, Northwestern Go Cats. He's done a lot. He's covered the Olympics for Bravo and People, and he's here to help spill the Hollywood tea with us because that's what we like to do on our Fridays.
And there's a lot today. Let's
now,
talk.
Oh my gosh, there's so much. It's quite a Friday.
Yep.
All right, let's jump into it. We started out the show telling you about this huge announcement with Kevin Hart.
I've spoken on it. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I'm not going to continue to go back and tap into the days of old.
He had been pegged as the person to host the Oscars. They wanted an apology. He said no. What do you think?
I think this should have been a little bit more thought out. I mean, I saw the apology. It looks like something he just decided to do on his phone with his AirPods. You think he would have consulted a few more people if he was his team, because this is a big deal.
Of course.
I think it's good that he stepped down. I know you said you might disagree with me, but
I guess the thing is, at what point do they move on? If the Oscars pegged him to be their guy, they did their homework. They knew that this was said.
What's wrong with actually apologizing, though?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with
But
it?
he did
I feel
apologize.
like
no, it's what we call a non-apology.
Yeah, that
it's
is
a
a
non-apology. So he never really apologized. I don't think there's anything wrong with just swallowing your pride and apologizing.
Especially in this day and age, people are very, very sensitive, and you just need to go back to your past and really lay it all out. He should do exactly what you're talking about. He should take it and turn it into something positive. That's what we've seen in the past has worked for celebrities in this situation.
But respect that he has a chance to make this thing right. He has a chance to make this thing right.
I will respect you on that. I'll respect that. Yes.
But like ultimately, if he was still doing it, would you have tuned in?
I don't think so. I would be the first one to boycott.